I think the OTAs is a good pivotal point for the new season as far as learning what you did bad last year, trying to come in to this year and correct those mistakes that you made. So it's always something that you can improve on.
The Titans' biggest impact newcomer on defense will likely be outside linebacker Cameron Wake.
Every year I do a self-scout on myself. I go back and I watch the previous year's plays. I watch every single play from every different angle. I do a grade on myself.
I think the number one goal is to make sure that I provide as much versatility as I can to the defense.
Let's communicate. Everybody over-communicate out here, man. Close right, close right.
It's awesome. It's an awesome opportunity every chance that we get to get out this building and to do something because we bring that bond closer.
So it's around about 6:53, man. Headed to the facility right now. We're in the middle of OTA, so we're in the midst of our grind right now. So I'm just headed back to work to get back to that. Some things that I've learned from vets is, the number one thing is to really take your time when it comes to the learning process, and also take your time when it comes to trying to get prepared for a season. Trying to be too fast and, trying to do things that you wouldn't normally do in a regular practice could definitely put you at risk to injury. So looking at the details in other people's game that you can learn from. And I feel like that's something that changed my game even more once I got into the league, because sometimes if you just look at just the bigger picture too much, you won't really see the intricate things that you're missing that could literally jump you from good to great. It's just those little things. The NFL is literally like, the margin of good to great is literally that small. So if you could just change something, you could just tweak a little game, anything that's about your game, and change it, it does wonders. All right, here we are, about to get back to work.
All right, linebackers. Some of the running game is going to be the same, but to me, when you are a linebacker, you really now want to see the action of the quarterback. So really what happens right here, Rashawn, you want to be coming this way, Jayon wants to be coming this way, you got to be over here on this side.
The most important thing for a linebacker to be successful is trusting yourself, believing in your abilities, make plays, react, do it efficient, and ball.
You really have to have a different mindset. Really, you like the quarterback of the defense, and everybody feeds off of your energy. So Coach Pease has told me multiple times, guys are gonna feed off of you. You being the inside linebacker and you being the quarterback of the defense, you are the vocal point of the defense.
We have got to communicate loud and clear and tell them which side, really loud.
Close right, close right. Close left, close left, close left. Hey, hold on. Brethren, my brethren.
Good God, you feel like an angel, blown away by what you bringing to the table.
Oh yeah. Oh, he throwing that gold now.
Her name is feeling like a fever. I tell you now that I'll never ever leave her.
We tearing that field up. I felt that one.
One thing that linebackers are great at doing is bringing the whole defense together. You're right there in the middle of the secondary and the D-line. So to me, you have to be a great communicator out there on the football field. And to me, that brings the whole defense together.
Jayon. Hey! Hey, wife, I love you, baby.
Hey, no, lock it, Bates. Lock it, Bates.
At the end of the day, football is a team sport, and when you go out in a game and play against your opponent, you're gonna need that guy that's beside you to be able to play for something greater than yourself.
You want to have a great relationship with your teammates just off the strength of when you get out there on the field, it's an accountability factor. Like, I never want to let my teammates down because I care and I love for them. To me, man, I think we have a great group of linebackers that all realize and understand that it's a true brotherhood that we need in order to be great.
I got a feeling this is unforgettable.
The bond and the teaching has been a culture. It's awesome. It's an awesome opportunity every chance that we get to get out this building and to do something because we bring that bond closer.
Bonding with your teammates is important, and we do that by going paintballing.
I'm a beginner, you feel me? So I'm gonna let them take charge, but I'm gonna shoot though.
When you get out here, you got to communicate. That's one thing, man, that builds that trust on the field. If you can communicate out here with all this chaos, then when we step on the field, it should be easy. It should be like clockwork.
What we got? What you see? What you see? I got one deep right.
I might have to change out my wardrobe just to kind of switch it up because the white shirt is not doing me no justice.
To get an opportunity to spend time with the guys outside the building, to bond the brotherhood. You know, something that we talk about in the room a lot is the brotherhood. So getting a chance to come out here with the guys and to hang out with them and to build the trust, the bond, it's huge.
I got you. I got you. Good communication.
Back with more from Titans OTAs. There are plenty of new players for fans to get to know. One who they'll hope disrupts opponents' backfields is linebacker Cameron Wake.
The Titans' biggest impact newcomer on defense will likely be outside linebacker Cameron Wake. He had 98 sacks in 10 seasons in Miami, but at age 37 is enjoying a fresh start in Tennessee.
Cam's been a productive player over the entire course of his career. Terrell Williams, our defensive line coach, had coached him in Miami. And when I brought him up, he said he's a better person than he is a player. And his play certainly speaks for itself. And I think he's going to be a great influence on our young outside linebackers and really, I would say, the majority of our defense.
Part of your role as a veteran, the wisdom that you've gained over the years is kind of passing on to the younger generation so they can in turn do the same, to the guys behind them.
Cam's a guy that's approaching 100 sacks. I think he's at 98 or somewhere around there. He just plays with an edge. His path to where he is now is not necessarily a conventional one, and he plays that way. He plays with an edge, and I think it's something that we can all learn from.
On the screen, football players were big and we're violent and we're aggressive and explosive and all the things that football players are. And people focus so much on the physical aspects of it, but it truly is a mental game. Across the NFL, everybody's big, fast, and strong, but what are you going to do to separate yourself from your opponent? We only have 16 games, we only have this small window of opportunity, and anything you're doing that's not helping you be a better player is hurting you. The difference between a PBU and an interception or a hit and a sack is literally inches, and if you're not willing to grab those inches in your daily activities throughout your life, then somebody else will.
Well, I think obviously he's a veteran presence for us. I think he's a voice for all those young guys in the room. They turn to him, they look at him. Initially, it was for him kind of learning, feeling everybody out, getting an idea of how we operate. And now that he's kind of getting more comfortable, you can start to see the veteran leadership.
It's been obviously a lot of fun, passing that knowledge on. And again, I think it's a responsibility as well. You're your best competition. And I've always felt that way from the day I put on the cleats. I mean, you gotta look in the mirror and say, all right, here's my personal best, I'm gonna beat it. And that's the same thing we gotta do as a unit. I don't really care too much about what the next team's doing and other teams are doing. Are we getting better each and every day? When you're confident that you did everything you can to make sure you're as best as you possibly can be on that day, everything else take care of itself.
The expectation is to improve every day in some capacity.
Press it, wrist above the elbow, everything right. Hey, good job, fellas.
Our main focus is just getting better. Try to work on every little thing, try to be more attention to detail.
Hey, let's start it off right. Flip. There you go, flip, yeah. Stay off the bags, those are tackles.
One of the best things for me was to be able to go back during the offseason and rewatch and evaluate my own self through last season and what the players were able to do, study their tape, and then to make some corrections and evolve from the teaching of last year and the fundamentals and techniques.
I'd rather you be late getting out and the quarterback upright than to guess wrong and get out and he gets hit, right? So you can always start to it and then get out late. Say, hit, work, 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 whistle, good, good.